I'm really excited about two things today. The first is that we are cat sitting for my parents, and if you've ever seen on Instagram a gigantic white cat, that is my parents' cat. And this is not the first time he's come to live with us. They've sold their house over the years, you know, and moved. The first time they were trying to sell their house, I think he lived with us for almost 3 months. And at the end of that, he is actually the cat that made me fall in love with cats. And after 3 months of him living here, it was really hard for us to give him back. My parents are super attached to him. My dad, he treats him like the son he never had. So when they definitely wanted him back. And it was after that that Jared and I decided to get a cat, and so that's when we got Momo. Momo is like 6-ish pounds, and he is a full 13. He's a huge cat, but he's older. They actually got him off of Craigslist, so they named him Craig. No one knows his real age, but I just assume he's older, and he doesn't move a lot except to yawn, so he is awesome to take pictures of. Momo and Zeus, they run around like crazy people, so I can never get good pictures, but Craig just stands there and almost poses for you. So there are tons of pictures of him on my Instagram, but he is just a lot of fun. Although 3 cats is a lot of cats for a small amount of house, so it's been a little bit crazy the past couple days, but I tried to wait until everybody was pretty calm, so everybody's napping, so hopefully there won't be too much meowing or distractions in this video. The other thing I am super excited about is that the UPS man just dropped off my huge Sephora order. And this is everything I got out of the recent sale, which was 20% off. So I did a lot of restocking of some of my favorites, so I thought it might be helpful. So I'm just gonna start pulling stuff out of here at random. So I knew I wanted to get some beauty blenders. They are $20 a piece, so it's nice if you can get 20% off. And I saw this little kit. So in here you get an original, which is the pink one, and then I think they call this black one the professional. I've had both in the past, and I honestly don't notice a difference between them. And if I had to pick, I think I like the texture of the pink one better, but I will definitely use both of those. So this kit was $40. So that basically covered the price of the 2 beauty blenders. And then for free, you got this micro one, and they sell this on its own in a pack of 2. And I've seen a lot of like meh reviews from other YouTubers, but secretly in my heart of hearts, I've always wanted to try it. And I'm using a new all natural concealer that's really thick. So I thought maybe having this micro beauty blender dampened would help to apply it underneath my eyes. And then this thing in here, this little spray bottle, I'm not sure what it is. Okay, it's called Reactivate, and it says to rehydrate and reactivate your beauty blender on the go. So I guess if you're traveling, or if you want to keep this at your vanity, if you don't want to take your beauty blender and run it underneath running water, you could just spritz it with that. I've not really heard anything about it, so I think it must be new, and I'm not even sure what the ingredients are, if it's more than just water, but I will try it out and I'll let you know. I usually try to get some of the Shiseido facial cotton, and for what it is, I think this is like $8 or $9, so it's kind of expensive, but it's one of those little luxuries. This feels so good on the skin, and I use it for a few different things: to take off my eye makeup, to apply my liquid exfoliator from Paula's Choice. It's really watery, so it's easier to put on a cotton square than in the palm of my hand. And I also use this to apply my toner. So if you've never tried this before, I think everyone should try it at least once, especially if you have 20% off, and that way you can see if you think it's worth the hype. And then what else? I think I mentioned in my last video, which was my October favorites, that I was planning on getting a full size of the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Body Butter. And in that video, I said that there were some new scents I was interested in, and I was so grateful. Sam from Lipstick Lady, I can never remember the numbers that come up at the end of it, so I will link her channel down below. But she had smelled both of the scents I was interested in. She said they were both really bad. So I'm grateful that I didn't waste money and have to worry about returning. So I stuck with my favorite, which is Sweet Citrus. And a lot of you guys recommended the apricot one, which I've tried, and I do really like that one too. I think I like Sweet Citrus just a tiny bit better. I'm very much a citrus person, especially in the morning. I just feel like it is a little bit invigorating. So I'm very happy to have a full size. And I think this is the best body lotion that I've tried from Sephora. This is a cult product I've never tried before. It is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I have tried brow gels from the line before, but they've always been the tinted one. Actually, this is like forever ago, like long before I got married. My mom and I used to go to the gym together, and we would take a class, and after the class was over, she would go home, but I would get ready at the gym because where I worked was just right next door. And I would always get ready in the same place. I'm kind of a creature of habit. And there were these 2 ladies, and they would get ready like across from the vanities across from me. They were older with kids, and I just remember thinking they had always had beautiful makeup. And one of the ladies had this just like mane of like rich red hair, much darker than mine. It was all the way down to her waist, and she always did beautiful makeup. So I was like kind of always creeping on her in the mirror to see what product she was using, since we had similar coloring. And one day I remember her saying like, "Oh man, I bought the wrong shade." and I looked up and it was an Anastasia brow gel, but it was a tinted one. And she caught my eye in the mirror and she goes, "Why don't you have it? I think this would be much better for your lighter hair." And I just thought it was so generous, and I was a little bit like taken aback, but I used every last bit of product out of that and I repurchased it many times. So I do know that I like their brow gels, but I've not tried this clear one because now I'm more into filling in and adding a little bit more shape with pencil, and I'm just almost about done with my MAC brow gel. And what I think that I'm gonna like about this one a little bit more is that my MAC one is clear, and you know, it starts out beautiful, but then when you're using the spoolie to brush through, it picks up some of the product. So now the bottle or the tube, it looks really gross. And I think when I take off this pink wrapping, this whole tube is gonna be silver. So even though it's gonna probably be gross on the inside, you won't be able to tell. It'll just be beautiful and silver. I've heard this is like the best brow gel for people with really unruly brows, and that is me. So I will definitely report back and let you know. The other thing I bought is a repurchase. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and I have it in shade Fair Neutral, which I feel goes out of stock all the time. And when I was getting ready to place my order, it was out of stock, so I was kind of sad. But then right before I pressed the button, I got the email notification that this was back in stock, so it was meant to be. I'm very happy to have this, and I think this is my favorite high-end concealer. I actually want to do a video because I have a favorite drugstore. I have this as my favorite high-end. I'm testing out some natural ones, so I think I have a lot of recommendations. So I want to talk about that in an upcoming video. Nobody can see you. You're just like exactly out of frame except for your tail, so everybody's thinking I'm talking to myself. I think you're only interested in my box. Do you just love me for my box? Do you just love me for my box? Okay, Zeus woke up from his nap and kind of messed with my video making mojo, so I can't remember what I was doing, but I think I was talking about this lip gloss from Nars. This is in the color Chelsea Girls, and I did apply a little bit. Earlier I was wearing MAC's Boldly Bare Lip Liner, which is my new obsession. And I heard about this lip gloss from Cora from Vintage or Tacky, and I think she has the best tutorials, makeup tutorials on YouTube, and she does a lot with color, but it always ends up looking beautiful. She has very fair skin, and in one tutorial she actually was wearing Boldly Bare from MAC and put some of Chelsea Girls on top, and I thought it looked awesome. And since, you know, party times, holiday party times are coming, I usually do a little bit more eye makeup, so I thought this gloss would be a nice kind of nude neutral to complement that. And way a long time ago when I first started getting into watching YouTube videos, Nars had a product called Chelsea Girls, but it came in a little pot and people were crazy about it, but it seemed so sticky to me, so not something I was interested in. But I actually do really like their lip gloss formula, so I'm very happy to have that. And then I can't remember what I talked about. He has this bell because I can never hear, but he's always getting into something, so if you hear the bell, I'm very sorry. My last kind of like basic staple repurchase is a Tangle teaser, and if I was not embarrassed, I would go upstairs and get you my current one, which I've had for forever, and I'm not sure what I've done to it other than just use and love it, but all the little spikes are splayed out, so I thought it was time for a new one. This one's really pretty. It's a pearl kind of with some pink to it, so happy to have a fresh one. This is my favorite way, of course, if you have tangles, to get it out. But also, when my hair is damp after I've taken it down out of my Hubaloo, I put a volumizing mousse on top and then some kind of conditioning cream on the bottom. And this is my favorite way to work product through damp hair. And then I did splurge on one thing, although there was something else in my cart that I took out at the last second. I'm so interested in the skincare brand called Drunk Elephant. And they have some fantastic reviews up on beautypedia, and just everything seems interesting to me. And there's currently a gift set of 3 of their most popular products, but still, even though it's a good deal, it's still $90. And I mean, we have Christmas next month and then my birthday's after that, so I try to hold off on buying too many like fun things for myself. That way, like, my mom has more options if she's looking to buy me a present. So I might ask for that for my birthday, but I did get one skincare item, and this was originally, I think, really hyped because of Jaclyn Hill. She talked about this a lot, and then I follow Sabrina from, I think her blog name is Beauty Lookbook on Instagram, and she loves the brand Tatcha as well. And this is the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, and I'm so excited about this. And you might think it's funny for a person with fairly oily skin, or at least an oily T-zone, to buy luminous mist, but I love these. I love the Elizabeth Dean one from One Love Organics. I'm just about done with my Josh Rosebrook one. These are so good to apply before makeup or after makeup, and they take away the powdery look and just give your skin a little bit of life. So I'm so excited. The packaging is beautiful. It's really weighty, so I hope I love this as much as everybody else seems to. Everything else I got is a gift, and I will be showing you those, but I'm going to be doing a gift guide for beauty lovers, which is one of my favorite videos to film this time of year. But there's one gift set that is so good, I just wanted to bring it to your attention, and it's no secret that I love Bite Beauty. And I think if I was gonna create a Bite Beauty starter kit, it would look an awful lot like this. This has so many of my favorite products. You get Pepper from the Luminous Cream line, you get Glacé, I think it's Glacé from the Matte Cream lip line, the primer, the Agave lip mask, another lip pencil, and a lip gloss, and then kind of two fun little things, one of their cute mirrors, and the Lush lip wipes. If you make YouTube videos and do any kind of lip swatching, these are fantastic. So if you've never tried Bite before, but you're interested in the brand, this is a fantastic place to start. And if you already love Bite and are looking for a good gift idea, I think this one is fantastic. That is all for my Sephora haul. And if you want any other product recommendations like colored cosmetics like eyeshadows or blushes, I put a picture up on Facebook. And I also included, I think, some skincare. The only skincare I really use that you can buy at Sephora is First Aid Beauty, and they have some really great holiday gift sets right now. And I also included some of my favorite living proof products. So if you're interested, I will have that linked down below. But if you've already done some shopping or you have some stuff on your wish list, I'm super nosy, so I would love to read all about it. So leave it in a comment, but I have to check my calendar. I think next week is gonna be my what's in my work bag. And I know a few of you were really interested in that, so I'm excited to film that video. That's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.